Hello everyone, this is the fortress of Tel Arad. Now at the corner of this fortress, there is an ancient temple that dates back at the very least, to the time of Prophet David, 9th century BCE. So right off the top, you can see the altar here. So there's an altar just like the house of the Lord in Petra, Jordan, the Kaaba, and also very similar to the Temple of Solomon. But I'm going to show you that this is actually copied after the house of the Lord in Petra, Jordan. So you can see the altar here, right? You have the entrance, here's where you enter, and then you have the holy place here in this area. This is the holy place. And then right up there, you have the Holy of Holies, what the Quran calls mihrab. So please remember this structure. And we're going to look at the house of the Lord, Kaaba in Petra, and you're going to see this exactly over there as well. Again, this is another picture. You have the altar here, as you can see, and you enter the holy place here. This is how the prophets of the Lord at the time of Prophet David, they used to build their places of worship to worship our Creator. You can see the holy place here. Right here, you have the Holy of Holies. This is another picture, it's a model of the Holy of Holies or mihrab. This is where basically the imam or the leader of the group goes up, and basically it's a very tiny place for performing the salah. They would go up here and they would perform the salah. They would stand up and they would bow, prostrate, stand up, bow, prostrate. You can see again the altar here, just like the Kaaba. You can see the altar here, and then you enter from here, and then you have this area, holy place, and you have the Holy of Holies right there as well. Again, another place. This is again the place of saying the salah, performing the salah. So basically you would enter here and you would come up. It's a very tiny place, as I mentioned. It's a small space. There's only enough room for one person to stand, bow, prostrate, stand, bow, prostrate. Now, this is the house of the Lord in Petra, Jordan, in the original Mecca, Al-Masjid al-Haram, or the sacred forbidden mosque. You see the exact same thing, right? You have the altar over there, and then you come here, and then here what do you see? The exact same shape. See the holy place, and right up here you have the Holy of Holies or mihrab. You go up and you perform the salah or lead the salah here. One more time. Again, you see the exact same thing that you saw over there, right? That come here, come here, come here, and this shape, you see the exact same shape that was over there here as well. So you see that this is the exact same shape that you had over there, you have here. So the temple of Tel Arad within the fortress of Tel Arad was modeled directly after the house of Yahweh, house of Allah, house of our Creator in Petra, Jordan. So it's closer to that than the Temple of Solomon. Now the Temple of Solomon is modeled after Petra as well. As the same thing. It's a very close, very similar layout and setting. However, the Tel Arad is almost identical. When you look at it, it's just, that's how close it is. Let's look at the Temple of Solomon together. So this is the house that Prophet Solomon built for Yahweh, for Allah, for our Lord, for our Creator. Again, you see the same thing, exact same thing. You see the altar. You enter here, and then you have the Holy of Holies or the mihrab right here. However, this is still a little bit different in terms of the setting, in terms of the layout of it, right? Whereas when we look at Petra, we see this entrance here, and then we come here, we come here, we come here, and this is what you see. And as you can see, It is almost identical. It's literally the same thing. So those who built this house of worship at the time of Prophet David, or maybe even before that, so they literally copied the house of Yahweh, the house of God, our Creator, in Petra, Jordan. They really did not copy the Temple of Solomon, because most probably I can tell you that the Temple of Solomon at this point did not exist. So they literally modeled this after the house of Yahweh, the house of Lord, house of our Creator in Petra, Jordan. So this is the exact same thing. This is an ancient house of worship that has been built for our Creator. So this is how it was at the time of Prophet David, at the time of Prophet Solomon. So you can see that these people in the Holy Land, that's how they used to see, they used to construct and build the places of worship for our Creator, for our Lord. And one more time, again, you see the exact same thing here as well. This is the altar for the house of the Lord, and you go up and you go inside here, and you have that area, that square-shaped area, and then you go inside, you have the Holy of Holies, where the Imam stands to establish the Salah, establish the prayer, and there's a tiny little bit of room over there to stand, bow, and prostrate to perform the Salah. So my brothers and sisters who believe in Allah and all His messengers and prophets, I think I have shown you enough evidence in the past 3-4 videos for you to know that the true house of our Creator, the true house of our Lord, is actually in Petra, Jordan, and it's the ancient house. And you can see even at the time of Prophet David, before the Temple of Solomon was built, the Temple of Tel Arad, the house of worship in Tel Arad fortress, which probably was built at the time of Prophet David, was modeled directly after the house of worship Al-Masjid al-Haram in Petra, Jordan. So what you are seeing here, but this is probably where Prophet David stood and performed the Salah. Prophet Solomon stood and performed the Salah. I have no doubt in my heart that both prophets, David and Solomon, they established the Salah also in the house of the Lord in Petra, Jordan, in Al-Masjid al-Haram, just like Prophet Muhammad did. And as you can see, this is the true religion of the Lord. If you are Christian, if you are Jew, there should not be any doubts in your heart. This is so obvious. You don't need really any archaeology evidence. You don't need to go to school for many years to understand that. It's so obvious when you look at these structures. This is modeled after the mosque in Petra, Jordan, and this should ring a bell in your hearts, in your mind, that these religions, these books, these structures, they all confirm each other, and they all give us this message that the religion of our God, the religion of our Creator, is only one religion. Just like our Creator is one, His religion is one as well. It's the people after these prophets who have changed the religion of Allah by inserting hadith, by inserting tradition, by manipulating the interpretations and sometimes the words of our Creator to justify following the devil, following Lucifer. Otherwise, there's only one religion, and that's the religion of our Creator. And as you can see, the places of worship that existed back then, the places of worship that existed at the time of David, at the time of Solomon, and later on at the time of Prophet Muhammad in Petra, Jordan, they're identical. That's how they did it. That's how they built it, and that's how they performed their salah, and that's how they would do prayers, salah, in groups. Peace and blessings to all of you.